Hey girl, you made it first, huh? Well, at least I know that one person gets um notifications. I want to tell y'all how dirty Instacart did me today. I'm so mad at them that I'm really thinking about canceling my subscription. And it's crazy because hi Batman 1194. Hi God got married the night. God got married the night. You've been gone for a minute. So I'm really thinking about canceling my subscription to Instacart. The only reason why I didn't is because for one, their customer service is good and they did refund me all of my money. Not all of my money, but they refunded me for the stuff that they messed up. But my husband was like, "Oh no, we ain't dealing with this shit no more." He was like, because see, for one thing, we only use it for convenience. The grocery store is less than a mile away from where we live. Maybe it's a mile. If you desperate, you could walk there. It's convenient for us, like you don't always want to get up and go to the grocery store. Like my husband is working. I don't always like to go to the grocery store by myself. Sometimes I just don't want to deal with that mess. So, you paying for a service. So I only had 10 items. If it was 10. I don't want to lie. So let me go look and see. I think it was like 10 items. No, it was 15. It was 15 items. And I'm going to tell you guys what it was. It was supposed to have been some frozen turkey burgers, some shrimp spring rolls, a couple of those steam in a bag frozen vegetables, some french fries, um, some regular chicken, some ice cream, Sprite, Starbucks, and sparkling water. And I had on here which of the sparkling waters that I like, that I wanted, which was the cherry. So this is my list of my items. So we start out with the shopper saying they don't have no bubbly cherry flavor sparkling water. So I know this Safeway. This Safeway is brand spanking new. It just opened last year. Okay. So I said, which store are you shopping at? And she said, the one on San Pablo. So this is a brand new Safeway. I said, okay. And so she sent me a picture of the shelf. There was no bubbly, there was only one box of bubbly on the shelf. At this Safeway, bubbly must come in and take care of their own, what do they call it? Display. They don't put their sodas on the shelf. They have a spot in the store by the front entrance in the corner where they have an entire mountain of bubbly sodas. They have them color coded, the flavors and everything. So you can see all of them. So I said, normally they're by the front entrance. So I'm assuming because there was no more communication between us, She said, "Well, they only have one flavor. Do you want this one?" And so I said, "Yes." I said, "They don't have any more." So she sent me a picture. And when she sent me that picture, I sent her the I told her where it was, where they probably were. So we were chatting. I told her, now this is the picture that she sent me of the empty shelf. And see, it's one bubbly at the top. So that's the one that she gave me because she said that was the only one that they had. So I said, okay. But then I said that they normally are up front. No communication back. I guess she was like, I'm sick of this bitch already. So the next item, they don't have any um um shrimp spring rolls. I said, they don't have no spring rolls? No. So she didn't send me a picture of that empty shelf. She just went on and kept shopping. Now, I had ordered frozen um turkey patties. Frozen. That was the last thing I guess she had shopped for. And she didn't tell me that they didn't have it until she was getting ready to cut off the chat. Because you can only chat supposedly while the shopper is shopping. So she just put in there replaced turkey patties with some other turkey patties. And I was like, what? And then I typed in, so you didn't even give me the option. I thought you were supposed to say approve when the shopper changes an item for you. She ain't say shit. She get here to the house. She done bought one package of ground turkey, one package of turkey patties, not frozen, fresh, just meat. And instead of getting one box of the bubbly sodas, she got me that box that was on the shelf that she said that was the only flavor that they had. Then went and got the box of cherry also. So I had two boxes of the bubbly soda. One of them, the one that she said was just blood orange, turned out to be blood orange with caffeine. So it's their new bubbly that I never want because I don't drink things with caffeine. It's very rare that I drink sodas with caffeine. I drink Sprite or those sparkling waters because they don't have any sugar or caffeine. So I had two bubblies. One of them now I can't drink because I don't drink caffeine. Plus, I don't like the way it tastes. It tastes like perfume. It's supposed to be blood orange flavor, but it has a very disgusting perfume taste. So I couldn't, I can't drink that. And then the hamburger meat, the ground turkey, of course we can make tacos or whatever with the ground turkey, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted the individual frozen turkey patties so that we don't have to cook all of that meat at one time. So if you want a turkey patty, like my husband can just cook one turkey patty or two to take to work or whatever. You so my whole order was jacked up because of that. Because you just gonna give me what you want me to have is what the Instacart people are doing. So of course I contacted customer service and they were like, can we, we give you, can we give you your money back, basically. But wait a minute, that's not the whole thing. When I looked at the receipt, do you know they had gave this bra a $15 tip? I don't know how the hell that happened. I ain't never gave nobody no $15 tip. And I went on there. I was like, oh hell no. I gave her a 1-star rating. Put it all in the comments and took my money back. Somebody at the door. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me go open the door. Shut up. No, I'm on Zoom. Yeah. I'll look at it later. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my cousin. Um, so I took my money back, and you know, of course, Instacart apologized profusely. Um, when stuff like that happen, they will fix it. But it's just the fact that these people don't care. The people that are doing your shopping, they don't give a damn. Okay? I mean, I have had some really good shoppers who will communicate with me, apologize when they can't find things, and have been really good. And then you get somebody like this young lady who mess it up for everybody. And it's like, I have been watching these like delivery, like Uber Eats and DoorDash, like those people have a whole hashtag on TikTok about no tip, no trip. You know, they feel like they should be paid at least $10 for picking up your McDonald's or, picking your food up. I'm not giving you $10 to pick up my food after I didn't already paid a service fee, tax, California state, that, and the other. I'm not gonna give the driver $10. So they're saying that I guess starting last week, if the tips are not at least if your tip is not at least $10, they're not going to pick up your order. Your order will be sitting at the restaurant. And I'm like, at this point, I don't give a damn. For one, I'm trying my best not to eat any fast food because I'm not paying you $10 after I done already been overcharged for the food. Y'all can keep that shit. That's what you can do. Right. After you done already paid $20 for a cheeseburger, some fries, and a damn soda, y'all want 10. So it's $30 for a Happy Meal. Because that's what it hey KK, hey Naya, that's what it adds up to. Now I tip Naya, but I'm not tipping $15. I'm not gonna tip you $15 in the store is a mile away from my house. That's between the driver and the company that they work for. These companies are getting over on these drivers. They are. But it's not the customer's fault. That's between you and the company. Those those charges shouldn't be passed off to the customer. because we want a convenience. We basically already paying. We paying the company. We paying the company a service fee already. And then we have to turn around and pay the driver twice what is already on the thing? No. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna pay you double. Now I give you $5 because on to be real, every place that I have ordered from is within a couple of miles of my house. I never order from any place that is like super far away because we are fortunate that we live in an area where everything is. You know, they built this housing area and built all these stores and restaurants and shit around it. We live in an area with everything, McDonald's, um, uh, Taco Bell, Burger King, Starbucks, Jack in the Box, Boba, his Mexican, Chinese, Italian, everything is in this area. Kinder's, that's the barbecue place. And not only is it Safeway, there's Albertsons, there's a Food Max, there's a grocery outlet, Target, Dollar Store, Dollar Tree, Party City, Ross. What else is over there? DD's Discount, Big Five. Damn near every store that you need is within either two freeway exits or you don't even have to get on the freeway. You could just drive on the street. I'm not paying you $15 to bring me 15 items. I will get in my car and brave that damn tiny ass parking lot myself before I pay you $15 for 15 items. These people crazy as hell. Then when you tip what you can, sometimes it may be $1 and some of them be like, wow, a $1 tip. Like I get it, but $1 can go a long way. And they didn't have to give you that money in the first place. Right. It should not be up to the customer to fund these workers. And I understand everybody is trying, right now, we're in a bad position. Everybody is out here trying to hustle and do something extra, but that extra should not come from the customers. That should be coming from the company. Y'all need to pay y'all workers. Don't make the customer suffer. And then it's like they hire anybody. You can tell they hire anybody. At least if you want your customers to pay more, get some employees in there that care about what they're doing. What if I was a senior citizen and I like really depended on that service? Like I have no other way to get my groceries. Like I feel sorry for people that are in that type of position because these people they don't care. They don't care. This is a brand new store. This store is stocked every night. Me and my husband have been there like late at night. They close, I think, at 12 or 1 a.m., either 12 or 1. And we've been there at 10:30, 11 o'clock. They got boxes in the aisles. They are refreshing the shelves. Brand new store. So this store ain't empty. So you should not be going to the store talking about, oh, they don't have that. You a damn lie. You just don't want to look for it. You just want to get in there. You don't want to do no work. You don't want to look for it. That's what's going on. But if you don't want to do no work, keep your ass at home. That ain't the job for you. Like, I know that would not be the job for me because I don't like to shop for my own stuff. So I know I ain't gonna want to shop for nobody else's. That ain't the job for me. I wouldn't even do that. But if I am going to do it, I'm gonna do it right. This ain't no, like, this ain't the corner store. This a real store. They have the stuff. You just don't want to find it. Now, if I look a little stiff today, is because I am um I don't know if I pinched a nerve or what is going on, but my neck on this side, uh, the muscle tightened up or did something. So my range of motion on this side is very slight. So this is a weighted, heated, um, what they call these things? I don't know. Like, it's like a heating pad. You put it in the microwave. It's lavender infused. It's got some kind of beads or something in here that you put in the microwave and you heat it up, and it is kind of weighted, so that um, added weight does feel um, good around my neck. Plus, it's heated. I mean, you heat it up in the microwave, so it stays warm for a little while, and then I just pop it back in the microwave. So if I'm looking like, dang, what's wrong with her? Yeah, I can't move. Okay, I can't move my neck. It's a gig 1099, not employees, independent contractors. Yeah, corporations don't have to pay livable wages when you contract with them. I don't even think I'm pretty sure they're not there. It ain't no screening process. Because one time, did I tell y'all about that time? See, it's been too many instances where we have had, like, bad luck. Like, it's been a blessing. I've never had any bad luck with them delivering my food or anything, but groceries has always been bad. And that one time that I had ordered some food for Gizmo from somebody in the garage from PetSmart, and the person that delivered it must have been smoking on the way to deliver the dog food. When the food got here, the whole bag smelled like weed. I had to literally sit the bag outside and take Gizmo's food. It was like, a bag of food. Take that out, like wipe it down, and bring it in the house because the bag smelled like weed. I'm like, God damn, how much weed could that person have been smoking in the car for the whole bag to smell like weed? Yeah, I know the company is making not only Instacart but DoorDash, Uber Eats. All of those companies make really good money. And they need to revamp the system because they're the ones that are hurting the workers, not the customers. And we shouldn't have to take that hit because they don't want to pay their employees. And they don't want to vet their employees. Like, they need to. Is that yeah, I got one little dread sticking out that's getting on my nerves. My gray hair coming back, y'all, so you just gonna have to deal with it. Uh, and I don't know what I'm gonna do to this hair. I don't know if I'm gonna dye it again or what. Because this wasn't the color that I actually wanted. I wanted it to be lighter, like more blonde than dark brown. So I'm trying to let this grow out so I can use another color. But I don't know. My hair is strange. I don't even know what it's gonna do, child. I don't even give a damn. Yeah, I know a lot of people that are dashing now are talking about, not wanting to um, you know, take a order unless it's a certain amount, unless the tip is a certain amount. And I don't think the customer should have to tip you before your service. But what I would do if I was, if they said, "Oh, well, I'm not going to pick your food up unless you tip," I would go ahead and tip. And then when I get my food, I just give them a 1-star rating, say why, and take my tip back. You're not going to force me to give you something that I don't feel like you earned. Now, if you earned it, that's different. But I'm not just going to give it to you on GP just because you want it. No, we're not doing that. That's not going to happen. So I wanted to talk about that. And I wanted to talk about what's going on with the African people in the Ukraine. So there have been other reports out saying that the African students and African people who were having problems in the Ukraine have been, they're okay. A lot of them have been able to get out. I've seen a few students saying that we're okay, we're safe. I don't know who they said helped them, but when all of this stuff first started, I was like, I was down with everybody else. I was like, oh my God, the Ukrainian people, I feel so sorry for them. Oh my God, save the Ukraine. We with you, we praying for you. And then when I saw them locking arms to keep the black people from getting on the train to get out of harm's way, I was like, well, I'll be damned. I'll be goddamn. You mean to tell me they on that shit too? I be damn. I be goddamn. Even the Ukrainian people out here hating black folks and trying to keep them from safety. And of course, you know who the media zoomed in on was this young black African mother and her baby. Of course, they would. Because, of course, that sensationalizes the story. That gives it more of an impact. But I was like, when I saw what was going on and saw that our brothers and sisters was over there getting pushed and you can't get on here, darky. When I saw that, I was like, well, you know what, Putin? You know what? I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't. I just could not believe it. Even in times of war, we out here running for our lives. Get back, darky. What? I was just like, no, not now, Jesus. No, Lord. I mean, I'm all up in arms about these people. I'm feeling sad. I'm praying for them, and oh Lord, I was wailing and speaking in tongues. Jesus, help the Ukrainian people. And all of a sudden, it flashed by the screen, Africans being punched. And I was like, say what? Then I had to take my prayers back. I ain't watched a news report since. I'm like, you know what? If it don't come over here, it don't affect me. I, I'm I'm just so sick and tired. Like, damn, we go through enough here in the States. Like, you would really think during crisis and time of war, that's when people should come together. We all trying to help each other. We'll go back to that racist shit after all this is over. But hell no, niggas, y'all ain't getting on here. Y'all ain't getting on this train. Now, y'all may need to get out of danger, but you ain't gonna get out of danger on this train. I was I was. I was hurt. I was hurt because I was really praying for these people. I was like, Lord, they don't deserve this. God sees all and he knows all. Like my mama used to say, the Lord sits high and he looks low. Sometimes shit happens for a reason. And you know what, Lord? I'm going to let you have your way on this one. Have your way. Who am I to step in the middle of somebody else's fight? That's how you get hurt anyway. They always tell you, you don't never step in the middle, you call for help. You don't never step in the middle of nobody else's fight because it's always the person breaking the fight up that's going to get hurt. During a domestic my husband used to be a police officer, and he said domestic calls were the worst calls because you never know what's going to happen because they can get there. The husband can be beaten the brakes off the wife, and the police can come in and handle him the wrong way, and then she ready to fight. So they fighting. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. That ain't my fight. As long as you don't bring it over here. Don't come to the US with that mess. But you know what? Y'all on your own. I ain't praying for nobody. Shit. I'm I'm tired. I'm tired. I just don't. I don't have it after seeing that. I'm sorry. I don't have it in me. My honey, when my compassion saw that, and it don't take much for me anyway. It really don't. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. It don't take much for me. And when my compassion saw that video, my compassion was like, "Oh, time to go." And she packed up and left. And she's probably not going to come back until all this shit is over. Then she's gonna be like, girl, I don't have any. I hope it's over soon. And I hope it don't come this way. That's all I got to say. Cause that oh God. I don't even like to talk about stuff like that because it makes me so mad. And then I'll get white people sending me emails, oh, I really like you until you talk about white people. Well, hell, I really like you too until my people get done dirty. And that shit makes me mad because I'm supposed to have all this compassion for white people. But where's the people that has compassion for me? Like, I didn't have people get in my email telling me I'm racist, I'm this, I'm that, because I stand up for my own people. You get sick of that. You get sick of it. Can you I've been on this earth 57 years. I done heard too many stories. My mother-in-law. Now my mother-in-law is not even 80 years old yet. My mother-in-law is in her late 70s, I think. My mother-in-law told me last week that she used to pick cotton and make $15 a week. $15 a week. She in her 70s. Let that sink in. It ain't been that long ago. It ain't been that long. She in her 70s. She made $15 a week picking cotton. My mother was born in 1917. She made much less than that because, for one, they lived on the plantation. They lived there. So they made less money, because it went toward the rest of the money that they would have got in cash went towards them, their rent, went towards them living there. Even though they were working, they were doing all of the work. So don't tell me not to have any bad feelings, or I shouldn't have any bad feelings towards white people. Don't tell me that. Don't get in my email telling me shit, because I have too many black family members that have told me too many ugly stories. And nothing people are going to say to me is going to change that fact. Nothing. Hi, Demona. Right. They started this mess. And then when we talk about it or bring it up, they want to get upset. Just like, they don't want to have critical race theory in schools and stuff because they don't want little Becky to feel guilty about what her ancestors did. That shit is so funny to me. Becky should not feel guilty for what her racist ancestors did because Becky didn't do anything. But Becky's mama and daddy is probably just like her granny and grandpa. So Becky is gonna grow up to be just like them. You wouldn't imagine how many Beckys it is on TikTok. Them white kids on TikTok be on there acting a fool behind these troll pages, talking about people's hair and all kind of stuff. Me and my goddaughter today were FaceTiming each other, and we were, we go at each other kind of hard. Like, our relationship is strange. If you heard us talking, you would be like, "Do you like her?" You'd be like, "That's your like." She sees a side of Omo Oshun that you guys have never seen. But she doesn't know Omo Oshun, period. She just knows Lashana. So me and her have this weird relationship. So we were FaceTiming, and I didn't have this, band on my head, and my twisties were sticking up and, looking like hair. Now, she is 100% Indian, born in India. 100%. Both of her parents were um both of her parents were born in India, but something happened and she ended up in an orphanage and was adopted by some white people and brought to the US from India. So, fast forward, she has children who are African American, half African American and Indian. Their dad is black, and of course, she is Indian, so it makes them mixed. Now, three of her kids have very curly, um, fine her hair like hers, and then she has one child that has thicker, coarser hair. So she made a negative comment about my hair. Now, had that been anybody else, and I told her this, we had a conversation about it, and I told her, had that been anybody else, that would, what she said could have been taken taken offensive. It could have been offensive. Like, she didn't say my nappy hair, but she just made a comment, saying that my hair basically wasn't cute or whatever. But because I know that she has children who are half black, I didn't take it offensively. And plus, she's my goddaughter. But I had to tell her this too. I had to say, okay, now this is a teaching moment. You have to be careful what you say about hair, and how you speak about hair, because you have two daughters, one who has more um whose hair texture is more like yours. It's more fine. It's more, it's curly, but it's fine. It's thin. It's not coarse hair like her other child. So I said, okay, you have to be careful because you have one child who has hair like mine. And she's very young. She's only like either 2 or 3 years old. I said, but eventually she is going to look at you, and she's going to look at her other siblings, and you may have some problems because her hair texture is so much different than everybody else's. You're going to have to go into, you know, a mode early, telling her that her hair is beautiful and she is darker than everybody else in the family other than her dad. Like, her complexion and her father's complexion is very similar, but her siblings, she is the darkest child. And I have told her, you're going to have to get on that baby. You're going to have to, give her books about black hair and how, beautiful her hair is, because I'm telling you now, these kids, they go into, they do have these issues, like my own granddaughter, her cousins. My granddaughter is half Filipino and black. Her cousins are Filipino and Japanese. So their hair is straight. Amani is going through that phase now where she wants straight hair. And I have to keep reminding her, Amani, you are mixed with black. Your hair texture is totally different from theirs. Your hair is beautiful and curly. It's always been thick and curly and beautiful. We've been telling her this since she was a young child, but she is a teenager now. She's going through that stage where she wants her hair to be straight. All of these kids go through that, but like I was telling um my goddaughter, be careful. Be careful. I don't think she would say anything like that around the children because the children were not there. they weren't there. I don't think she would ever say anything like that around them, but I just, wanted to plant that seed in her that she's going to see herself differently than you, because she is the one child in the family that does not look mixed and the other kids do. So she's still young, so her hair texture can change because Amani's hair um is totally different now than it was when she was a baby. So your hair texture does change, but I'm just telling her that buy her those black books, and I think I'm gonna get her some too. I'm gonna get her um some books about your hair, and just black books from like black authors and stuff to get her started, because I think it's going to be a little different with her. She needs to check her anti-blackness. Hope her kids don't. And I really do. I hope that they don't grow up. Um, I hope because she is the only child out of how many kids is it? Four? Yeah, two boys and two girls. She's the only child out of the four that looks more African American than the other ones. The other ones to me look mixed, but to me she doesn't. And kids have the weirdest complexes. Kids formulate the weirdest things in their mind. Because me, when I was growing up, I had one that had green eyes. And I was mad at my mom and daddy because I was like, well, he's my cousin and he has green eyes. Like, why couldn't I have the green eyes? Like, I was literally mad at my parents because I didn't have the green eyes. I mean, kids, we formulate the weirdest things in our minds and trip off of the weirdest things. And if they're not getting that reassurance at home, they definitely not going to get it outside the home, because she'll have other kids saying stuff like, "Oh, where they get you from? Why you the only black one in the house?" Because kids are like that. Kids are like that. Oh, how did I get there? I don't know. I just want to tell y'all that story. Because, I'm at a point now where nothing you can say about my hair or, you know, about my blackness will offend me. And I know that she didn't say that to offend me. Like, we say really inappropriate things to each other. I want to say that, which makes absolutely no sense. Like, but we don't get into, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's a strange relationship. But when that happened, I just wanted to make sure, because I love her and I know she loves me. Like, I know this girl loves me. That's, that's not a thought. But I just had to remind her that you have black children. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't look at them like, black kids. She does look at them like mixed children, because, here in the United States, we have a tendency to, if a child is mixed with black, we want to automatically just call that child black. And we want them to ignore the other part of them. And she is very, and I, don't blame her at all. She's very into, you know, wanting her children to understand that, yeah, you are black, but you're also Indian. And, I don't have a problem with that. But you have black kids, and you just have to be careful, because sometimes, we just have these little things in the back of our minds, especially people that are not black. You do have um preconceived notions, just like when my son, Amani's dad, first started dating her mother, who is Filipino. I had all these preconceived notions about Asian people. That that really wasn't what I wanted. And she will tell you in a minute that I was not the nicest person when when she first started coming over to the house. I was not the nicest. I wasn't the nicest person. Now, when she found out she was pregnant, I was super nice. Like, it was just like a light switch flipped. I was super nice. And I to this day, I love Amani's mom. You know, things change. You grow, and you look at things differently. Honestly, I don't even work out in gyms or shop if I'm the only black person around, especially if the vibe is off. Um, yeah, I agree with you. The area that we live in now, we will go into um like me and my husband, when we go out, we will eat at places like Sizzler and uh what's the steak place? Whatever. I can't. I was about to say Golden Corral, not Golden Corral, child, but whatever the little steak place is, a little bit higher than the Sizzler. Like, we'll eat at places like that. But normally, if we go into um, a little bit more expensive establishment, we may be the only blacks there. When we went out to dinner 2 weeks ago to this the restaurant was nice. There was only one other black person there, and it was a black lady, and she was with a non-black person. So we were the only black couple there. Everybody else in the restaurant was either white or Hispanic, something other than black. There are, stores we have went in, the only black person, and I have gotten to a point where if I feel any way uncomfortable, I will leave. But my money is just like y'all's. And to be honest, I don't think since we have moved out here, there have really been any issues like that. Like, the people that live in this area that we live in are not, because the majority of them are, that where we live, the majority of people are either white or Indian or Asian. And they don't speak. They can see you walking down the street or whatever, because sometimes I will walk from where we live down to the park. Like they could be on their porch, they will look right at you and won't say shit. And I ain't gonna speak to your ass either. You know, that's just how people are. And I don't really care. Like the next door neighbor, he will, he'll wave because the neighbor on that side with the little dog that Gizmo always like to run to the gate to speak to in the morning is Caucasian, and the neighbor on the other side they're black. But I don't give a damn. I ain't gotta speak to you, and you ain't gotta speak to me. She said, as long as I saw one. Yeah, it was one. But you can tell. And then, we kind of funny about our food anyway. Like this is it's a nice little place. The menu is very small. So, I don't think that restaurant was really the type of place that I really wasn't expecting to see any black people, to be honest. I was expecting us to be um the only black people there. I really was. But I don't care as long as the service is good and people are not um acting crazy. I don't really care. I don't. I can be the only black person here. I'm not tripping. So I think that was it. I think that was all I wanted to tell y'all. Oh, so Diddy is Lord, Diddy is trending on Twitter, I guess, for that stupid stuff he did way back in the day when he made them walk to Brooklyn from whatever part of New York it was. He made them walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to go and get him some cheesecake. You know what's funny is these are they millennials? I don't know. However, these young folks now are watching shows that we watched when we were like in our 30s or whatever, and seeing how some of the people that they idolize, how these people acted on TV and got away with shit that you couldn't do now. Just like Tyra Banks was trending not too long ago for the way she was treating people on the show back in the day. So today Diddy is trending. And I said it's funny because the stuff that some of these celebrities and people did back in the day, ain't no way in hell they would get away with that mess. Now they would be canceled. No, it was when it was that show Making the Band, and he would make them just do really stupid stuff. Yeah, they not millennials. Who are they, girl? Gen Z? Gen Z? X? One of them gens. They watching this stuff now and they are horrified. Do you hear me? So Diddy is trending and they on their Gen Z. I know it was one of them gens. I'm so sick of that mess. Um, so now they are like talking about him and stuff. But the deed is done. Them people did all of that mess and none of them ended up with a record contract. He really did them dirty though. Hit the like button, y'all. Please do, because we YouTube has changed the algorithm, and it's bad out here for people like myself. Like we really hustling. Like I'm gonna have to be on here twerking and stuff to get Y'all know my husband ain't at y'all know my husband ain't at home, and if he see this video, he gonna be like, "You a damn lie. You are not. That's what you're not going to be doing." So you got to be out here acting crazy to get some views. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and then we gonna get ready to go. Gen X is older than me, dear near. My husband, believe it or not, let me tell y'all, we always have a little tiff because my husband is Gen X. I'm a baby boomer. I was born in 65, 64. My year was the last year for that was the cutoff for baby boomers. My husband was born in 65. Now we 8 months apart. 8 months. Okay. So it made him Gen X. And so he's always like, no, I'm younger than you. I'm Gen X. You're a boomer. And boy, we are 8 months apart. Whoever made that stupid um whatever it is shouldn't have put people in their 50s. People in their 50s should not be boomers. That should be people in their 60s and up. They should be boomers. I should be in there with the Gen X's because me and him are damn near the same age. It's only 8 months between us. He was born in April of 65. I was born in August of 64. I mean, that makes absolutely no sense. Was the Pussycat Dolls on? But the Pussycat Dolls wasn't on making the band, were they? They wasn't on there with Diddy, was they? Did they? Girl, you know I ain't gonna be on here twerking. My husband be had a heart attack. Was the Pussycat Dolls on there though? I remember them, but Diddy wasn't their producer. He wasn't the producer for the Pussycat Dolls, was he? Yeah, they did. Baby boomers had the jobs now. That was when jobs were here in the US. That was before they started outsourcing everything. And all of these military bases closed down because a lot of the baby boomers made these cars, they worked at these military bases, all the good factory jobs, all of these jobs that left the US and is being outsourced in other countries is the jobs that the baby boomers had. Because I worked at Naval Air Station. I worked there until the government decided, oh, well, we're not at war right now. So we don't need all these military bases. And they started closing, shutting down um certain military bases. Did he sign the Pussycat Dolls? But wasn't that after though? That they weren't on the show, were they? They weren't on the making the band show, were they? They were all similar. Yeah, girl. The Pussycat Dolls wasn't my. I know they had Danity. I know he had Danity Kane, but I didn't know he had the Pussycat Dolls. I don't feel like looking it up though. They was all the same to me. I know he had Danity Kane because I remember the girl from the from Danny Kane. Like everybody thought she was gonna be the next thing popping, but she didn't pop though. I don't think. Yeah, girl, the moment they got so many Gen X, Y, Z, all these um all these names. But wait a minute though. When I found out I was because at first we wasn't tripping off this shit. But when I found out I was a baby boomer, I was hella mad. I was hella mad. I was like, how not baby boomer with all of these old people. It's the old people are baby boomers. I'm not old. I'm supposed to be in there with the other people. My husband was like, "No, you a baby boomer. You was born in '64, and that's the cutoff." That's so stupid to me. They weren't even still booming back. They weren't in the '60s like that. They weren't having babies like that. They had all the damn babies in the '40s and the '50s. In the '60s. They had to slow down. They wasn't booming like that. So I ain't no boomer. And nobody better not call me no damn boomer. I ain't in there with them old people. I love old people, but I ain't one of them yet. Oh, girl, I don't know. I don't know if they was. I don't really remember. I remember that particular incident because I was like, "Oh, did he dirty?" That was when I stopped liking him because I was like, he did them super dirty. Now I'm gonna show y'all this, and then I'm gonna get off here. So Estee Lauder senior executive John Dempsey has been fired after posting this meme on his Instagram. He was making nearly $10 million a year. He posted an apology saying he didn't read it before he posted it. So it is a picture of Big Bird and Snuffleupagus, and it says, "My N word, Snuffy done got the Rona at a Chingy concert." So I guess he thought that was cute. He was like, "Oh yeah, wait till I hit him with this meme." And when people saw that, they was like, "Oh, you out here saying the N word?" And he was like, "No, I just thought it was funny." They was like, "Well, that's not funny." And yeah, people started contacting Estee Lauder, and it was like, "Oh, so you want us to cancel you? Is that what you saying?" How many black people use Estee Lauder anyway? Are we using Estee Lauder? We don't use Estee Lauder anyway, do we? I know I don't, child. So he got fired, and of course he apologized. And Chingy himself posted on his social media, he was like, I don't care. I don't know him and he don't know me. If he thought it was funny, it was funny. Like when I first saw the article on the Shade Room, and it was like Estee Lauder senior executive was fired after posting a meme. And I was like, I bet you it was something that had to do with the N word. And of course it did. And when I saw this, I'm sorry, I laughed. I thought it was funny. Because Big Bird got his little mask on and Snuffleupagus in the Snuffy in the bed. Snuffy done caught the Rona at the Chingy concert. So Snuffy was at the Chingy concert. Okay, it's funny. It is. And I'm pretty sure he probably looked at that and he was probably like, okay, so it's not the N word with the ER. It's not the hard ER, it's the A. So he probably was like, yeah, and thought it was funny. He was like, they have to think that it's funny. It's not the hard ER. So I can share this. So I read the article, and the article said he wasn't fired. They made him retire. They made him take an early retirement. So I'm pretty sure he got a nice payout. But he probably wasn't ready to retire. He probably still wanted to work. But who was really buying Estee Lauder? Ain't nobody buying that shit but baby boomers. Ain't nobody still buying Estee Lauder. Are they? Do black people wear Estee Lauder? The baby boomers cannot retire. We can't retire because it, the Social Security is not enough for them to live on. How they gonna retire? What they gonna do? Starve to death? Shit. With rent as high as it is and cost of living going up, can't nobody retire. Can't nobody retire. Okay, good night, Demona. What time is it? 7. Oh. Okay. Good night. It's only 7 30 here. So it's still early for me. But yeah, the boomers can't retire unless it's something unless they just like super old. You know what I mean? And then you got to look at the fact that a lot of jobs that the boomers had, those jobs don't exist no more. Those jobs have been phased out. So y'all ain't getting no jobs from these boomers. Yeah, girl, he didn't read. I mean, now this is one time that, for one thing, it is funny. Okay. And yeah, it was a little, was a little racist. But it was funny. I bet you somebody black made that and was sharing it, and that's probably how he got it. And he just thought it was funny. Everybody else was laughing. He probably got it from a group of people that he may have that one black friend. And that one black friend shared that and was laughing. And he was like, all right, then it's okay to share. And he shared it, and everybody lost their mind. Gosh, he got jumped. Yeah, you gotta read the room. You gotta read the room. Everybody can't post something like that. Now, if I post that, of course, people are going to laugh, but you gotta be careful. Just like if I was to post something, trailer trashish or, something talking negative about, people living in trailers or whatever, then, some people could get offended. But child, why y'all didn't tell me that they make a triple wide um mobile home now? I saw a triple wide mobile home um on YouTube, like a showroom one that they had set up. Oh my God. This mobile home. If you hadn't seen it sitting up on wheels, like if they hadn't went and showed like the side view of this mobile home, because from the front it looked dead on the house. Porch, wraparound porch, everything dead on the house. Like I couldn't even tell it was a mobile home from the drone shot of the front of the house. Now, when they went around to the side of the house, and then you saw it was sitting on those wheels or whatever that thing is that they sit on before they put it on like a permanent foundation, because this was a show home. And you see that it's a actual mobile home, and then on the inside this triple wide had everything. Like it made me, I will live in a mobile home. I will live in a mobile home. I will. And I used to think that, everybody that lived in mobile homes or trailer parks or, all of that kind of stuff were, like bottom of the barrel people, that kind of stuff. Like they have a really nice trailer park not too far from where we live that has views of the bay. I know it's expensive up in there. They have really nice trailer parks in Napa. Napa, the winery, Napa. These are very nice gated communities. That's trailer parks in Napa. Very expensive. Gated. So, triple wide. I mean, beautiful. Everything is on one level though. It's not like the whole house is one level. It's no upstairs and downstairs. I guess they ain't got to that part yet. But it's so much room, so much space. Like I really would not mind living there. I could live there. Girl, like he was bold to who told him that was okay? Like he didn't run that by nobody. Like he didn't have no black friends and be like, okay, so I'm gonna do this rap. So if I say the N word, is he gonna be cool? Because somebody would have told him, no, don't do that. So he must have no friends. None. Like nobody. Or they knew he was gonna do it. He told somebody that he was gonna do it, and then it spread around the school, and they was like, if he do it, we all gonna jump on the stage. That could have happened too. Because kids be doing crazy stuff like that. Kids be tripping. Y'all, I'm about to get off here and take me some Tylenol, heat my neck thing back up because that's far as I can go on this side. As far as I can go. On this side, I can move it, but that's it. So I have been doing I have like these exercises because this is not the first time that my neck has just start tripping. So I have these exercises that the physical therapist taught me how to do. So I have to do the exercises like twice a day or whatever, and ice and heat and ibuprofen to try to get it back to normal. We used to have rap battles every Friday at the Boys and Girls Club. It was very black there. My mama wouldn't let me go to the Boys and Girls Club because she said that's where all the bad kids. My mama said that's where all the bad kids went, and she didn't want me. She didn't want me going down there with the bad kids. So I never got a chance to. I never got a chance to go to the Boys and Girls Club. Not unless it was like a field trip and my whole class or whatever went. But like after school programs at the Boys and Girls Club, no, my mom didn't let me go. Thank you, KK. K, did you change your name? K Sun Moon Fire. Did you change your name? Because it wasn't that at first, was it? Or I don't know, child. I be acting like I don't pay no attention to nobody. Has everybody been watching what's going on with B Love's son? What's his name? Chunk Chunk. B Love's son is striking YouTube channels that use his content in any way. Because I guess this one young lady has been kind of harassing his ex-girlfriend Nicole. Was that his girlfriend? Because I don't really watch him like that. But Yeah, I saw a couple of videos where he he struck her channel. I guess Nicole struck her channel, and some other people struck her channel. So it's like, just like some mess going on now with him striking channels. And I don't know, it's kind of weird. That's why I never put nobody's, if I'm gonna talk about somebody, I just talk about them. Y'all don't see my face, you ain't gonna see nobody else's, because my channel has been struck once behind some shit that a white YouTuber got mad because people were talking about him. And, I really felt like it was fair use. I didn't use a picture of him or anything. It was, I was just, talking about what had happened. But anyway, he struck my channel and I couldn't go live for like a couple of months or whatever. So I leave people alone. But that is going on. And I'm really surprised because B Love's family, people do talk about them because, you know, both of her boys do videos. And when you do videos like that, your mama do videos, your brother do videos, you do videos, you had this girl on there, that girl people are going to talk about you. You can't stop people from talking about you. Now, when people start to use clips from your videos into their videos, when they're talking about you, they're using clips and, stuff, then yeah, that can become a problem. But just as far as talking about you, people, like, we really live in a world where people can't have an opinion. So it's just interesting what is what's going on right now. I know y'all was bad. I know y'all was. And the like I know most of y'all don't know nothing about Oakland, but the Boys and Girls Club was in the hood. It was always in the hood somewhere. And my mother was like, "Oh hell no, you ain't going to no boys club in like deep West Oakland." It was always either in deep West Oakland or deep East Oakland. And my mother was like, "Oh no, you're not going there." So the Boys and Girls Club was not someplace that my mama allowed me to. I couldn't attend that for sure, for sure. All right, y'all. Somebody keep texting me, so I'm about to get on here and see what they talking about. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll do some card readings because I haven't done the reading for the week. I be trying to do them on Mondays, but Mondays is a day when I really don't be feeling like doing nothing. And then when I woke up Monday and my neck was like really hurting, I was like, I'm not about to do no card reading. So I try to do it tomorrow. And the weather was so nice. Like the weather has been so nice here. Like it's been park nice. Like I really could have went to the park yesterday or today, but my neck was just too stiff to be going to the park. So I didn't feel like doing it. So if it's really nice tomorrow, like it was today, then we'll be outside. But I don't know, because when I looked out earlier, looked like it was getting cloudy, but that could have been fog. This is Bay Area. Hopefully it was just fog. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Please make sure that you thumbs up um this video before we leave so I can at least have as many thumbs up as people. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye.